Welcome to the show, you guys.
Hey, guys.
Now, hundreds of protesters here in the Twin Cities were showing their solidarity with demonstrators in Baltimore. Black Lives Matter held a rally at Gold Medal Park in Minneapolis yesterday.
A lot of people turning out, obviously. Same images we saw a little bit earlier this year when they shut down 35W. This time, marching along, same signs, same message, but this time stemming from Baltimore.
Yeah, and this time they shut down the Hennepin Avenue Bridge at one point, along with several other streets downtown. Protest stayed peaceful, just like the other ones we've had here, and that's how it goes in Minneapolis. We're doing it for solidarity. That's the message that the folks from Black Lives Matter are trying to get out there. And on Skype tonight, rapper, organizer, educator Toki Wright joins us on Skype. How's it going, Toki?
Greetings and salutations. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I followed the whole event on your Instagram. That's how I followed it out in Oakdale.
It came down. We were looking for you.
Yeah, I feel like you're right. I should have came down, and the next time we shut something down, I will be down there. But so what do you have to say to the guy that was sitting in traffic, the traffic that you guys actually caused? What do you have to say to that guy?
I would say this: when ISIS beheads a man, an American, we're ready to go to war with an entire country. When the police behead a citizen, we ask why other citizens are angry, and that's hypocrisy. We need to do a lot better. If that means taking 10 minutes out of your day to actually understand that, hey, people are dying. This is terrorism on communities, and you need to take it seriously, and you need to act. And if you're not going to act, we have to show that this is a real thing that's happening.
Now you figure I feel like you guys are getting the message out there through disruption, which, the way I see it, a lot more effective than the violence that's going on in the streets in Baltimore.
Was it working the last few times you guys have demonstrated and you thought, like, let's try this again? Are you trying it again because it's been successful, or trying it again because you're not sure what else to do?
Well, I was actually with NOC, Neighborhoods Organizing for Change, who had their the fire at the building on 911 West Broadway, and it was a fundraiser at Honey in Northeast Minneapolis. So the march led to the fundraiser, and I was doing some event planning for Soul Tools. So that's, I guess the question is whether it's effective or not. The fact that we're on television having a conversation about it right now speaks volumes, because people have been being murdered consistently forever. And now that people actually get to see it in the wide media and people have to stop and slow down, I'd have to say that there is some success in that. I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but this is not new. It's just being seen by everybody, and people can't turn a blind eye to it anymore. And that's where we are.
Hey, Toki, I'm looking at the Instagram video that you posted yesterday. And from at least from your vantage point, I'm seeing more white people than I'm seeing African American people.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, and that do you feel like that was for the whole event? You feel like as far as who showed up, do you feel like the whole event was more non-black people than black people?
Well, I'd say the event is Black life.
Yeah.
And that black people go through this all the time, and we don't need to march to have to feel it. But it's great when we have solidarity with allies from any community. And this isn't just solely a thing that happens. Police brutality isn't something that solely happens in the black community, but it happens at such a disproportionate rate that it's ridiculous. So when other communities, if you go back and you look at Selma, you go back and look at any of the major movements that have happened, it's when our white counterparts, our friends and allies and family have come together, is when the rest of the country actually wakes up and sees that it's a valid argument. So I'm glad that there are plenty of white folks there, and I'm glad that there was plenty of Black, Latino, Asian, Native folks there as well.
This isn't a problem for a race, it's a problem for the world.
Yeah, I saw.
And it's nice to see in Minnesota that we're representing a peaceful representation of a protest versus what we've been seeing in Baltimore.
Toki, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. Are there events that we need to know about in the future, or should we just follow you online and find out about all that stuff?
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, you can continue to follow me on Toki Wright on Instagram or Mr. Wright TC on Twitter, but also follow NOC, Neighborhoods Organizing for Change, MNNOC on Twitter. There's a lot of work being done about restoring voting rights to felons. There's about 47,000 felons that have been off parole but aren't given the right to vote. There's a lot of work that's being done about fair housing and there's a lot of things that are happening. So keep your eyes and ears open. Stay woke, as we say.
All right, my friend. Thank you very much for coming on. That's Toki Wright.